The first sound is not the crash of waves, it's the crack of a rope, the cry of a gull, and a whisper that has haunted sailors for centuries. Beware the pirates. But here's the question that will decide whether you keep watching or not. Were pirates ever real, or are they nothing more than Hollywood myths, stitched together with parrots, treasure maps, and eye patches? A black flag whipping in the wind, dissolving into Jack Sparrow's smirk, then to a scarred sailor with bloodshot eyes. The truth is far stranger and far darker than the movies. Because yes, pirates were real, flesh and blood, brutal, desperate, and the lives they lived make Hollywood's versions look like children's bedtime stories. Imagine the Caribbean in the early 1700s. The sea is alive with merchant ships carrying gold, silver, spices, rum, and gunpowder. The world's empires stretch their claws across the oceans. But where there is trade, there is prey. And where there is prey, there are predators. These predators didn't look like playful rogues. They looked like ghosts of the sea, faces burned by sun, clothes stiff with salt, hands collared by rope and sword. Their ships were fast, their flags black, and their hearts set on plunder. But here's the twist that no schoolbook ever tells you: pirates weren't born from stories. They were born from desperation. Many were sailors abandoned without pay, slaves who escaped chains, men hunted by the law. To them, piracy wasn't adventure, it was survival. And yet, the myths still linger. Did they bury treasure? Rarely.
Did they really shout "Air"?
Not once. Did they all wear eye patches and keep parrots? Only in storybooks the reality. Treasure was spent quickly in drunken ports. The real prize wasn't gold at all. It was food, rum, powder, and most of all, fresh water. And the only parrot on board was usually stolen cargo, squawking louder than the men. So if the pirates of history were not what we imagine, then what were they really like? How did they live? How did they die? And why, even today, does their shadow still sail across our imagination? Close-up of skull and crossbones flag dissolving into stormy waves. Because the truth about real pirates is only just beginning. The brutal reality of pirate life. If you stepped aboard a pirate ship in the 1700s, you wouldn't see polished boots or feathered hats. You'd smell rot, you'd hear coughing. You'd feel the tension of men who knew they might not live another year. Pirate life was not adventure. It was hunger, disease, and danger. Salt pork crawling with maggots, water barrels turning black with slime, ones rotting without medicine. Many died not from cannon fire, but from fever, infection, or thirst. Yet, in this misery, pirates created something revolutionary. On land, kings ruled and common men had no voice. But at sea, pirates built democracy. Crews voted for their captains. Loot was divided by share, not rank. Even the injured were compensated. If you lost an arm or an eye, you still got your cut. In a world of tyranny, pirate ships became floating experiments in equality. Still, equality did not mean kindness. Punishment was savage. Mutiny meant death. Traitors were marooned, left alone on barren islands with nothing but a bottle of water and a pistol. Enemies were tortured, tied to the mast, or thrown to the sea. Every sunrise was a gamble between freedom and doom. And then there were the legends. Edward Teach, better known as Blackbeard, braided burning fuses into his beard. His face wreathed in smoke as he stormed enemy decks like a demon of fire. Anne Bonny and Mary Read, two women who dressed as men, fought side by side with ferocity that shocked their enemies. Contemporary accounts swore they were fiercer than many men aboard. And Bartholomew Roberts, called Black Bart, captured more than 400 ships, making him one of the most successful pirates in history. These were not fairy tale heroes, they were killers, rebels, and survivors. Their names struck fear into empires. But here's the question that keeps this story alive. If pirates lived so brutally, why do their legends still grip us centuries later? Why do their shadows refuse to sink beneath the waves? The answer lies in the final twist, because piracy never truly died. You might think pirates belong to history books, black flags, cutlasses, wooden ships, all buried under 300 years of time. But here's the truth: piracy never disappeared. It simply changed its face. Today, the Jolly Roger has been replaced by speedboats, the cutlass by assault rifles, and the open seas are still a hunting ground. In the Gulf of Aden, Somali pirates hijack tankers worth millions, holding entire crews hostage for ransom. In the South China Sea, raiders swarm fishing vessels, stealing cargo, fuel, and even the ships themselves. Off the coast of Nigeria, men armed with AK-47s strike faster than navies can respond. Our modern footage of speedboats closing in on tankers masks men with rifles. The weapons are different, the stakes are higher, but the fear is the same. Sailors whisper the word pirates, with the same dread their ancestors felt centuries ago. And here's the haunting part: just like their predecessors, modern pirates are born from desperation. Poverty, lawlessness, broken promises of governments. In the 1700s, men turned pirate because empires abandoned them. Today, men turn pirate because the world ignores them. Different centuries, same hunger, same fury. Think about that. The same oceans that carried Blackbeard's ship now carry oil tankers haunted by men with rocket launchers. The same coastlines where Anne Bonny once prowled now hide modern raiders waiting for their next prize. The line between past and present is not as wide as we think. But piracy's shadow is not just modern, it's immortal. The legends of old pirates became myths, then stories, then movies. And every story keeps their memory alive. Every time a child raises a toy sword and shouts, "Pirate," the truth stirs again beneath the waves. Because pirates were real, they are real. And maybe, in some form, they always will be. So, the next time you see the skull and crossbones, don't smile at the cartoon. Don't laugh at the Instead, remember what it really meant: death, freedom, rebellion, and survival. A warning carried across centuries, painted in blood and fire. Pirates are not just history, they are a mirror. A reminder that as long as there are seas, as long as there is wealth to steal and hunger to feed, pirates will remain. A black flag snapping in the wind, fading into a modern ship caught under siege. If you've stayed with me this far, you now know the truth. Pirates were never just myths. They were men and women who defied the world and rewrote the rules of survival. And this is only the beginning. Subscribe now, because the seas hold darker secrets, and our next voyage may reveal them.